Hey y'all, Brick Generation here, and I'm finally getting to editing and finishing the whole plush collection video. I recorded this on August 22nd, 2024. I just never got to it. This will be a while, so at least it's out now. Enjoy. Let's begin with Big Chungus, just to get him out of the way. So, Bonnie, here's my original Bonnie, Carl. Yep, I know, I'm literally going totally out of order and I don't care. Nightmare Foxy, Toy Chica, Toy Bonnie, Nightmare Bonnie, Balloon Boy, Phantom Foxy, the Puppet, Steve, Mangle, Foxy, Nightmare Carl, this Nightmare Freddy, Nightmare Bonnie, Spring Bonnie, Twisted Freddy, Golden Freddy, who's still in his bag, Reversed VR Toy Freddy. We got Tie-Dye Bonnie, Choco Bonnie, Peter, Grim Foxy, Zero Model F, Glamrock Freddy, Springtrap, Ballora Chica, Twisted Wolf, Circus Baby, Stanley, Funtime Foxy, also Funtime Foxy, who I call Funtime Mangle, Tie-Dye Funtime Foxy, Reversed System Error Toy Bonnie, Tie-Dye Freddy, Shadow Freddy. Oh, also, I do want to mention, I don't have every single Funko plushie anymore. There was a time where I did have every single one, and it was before Freddy Frostbear was fully released. And after that, I kind of just decided to stop totally collecting them, especially because they stopped selling them here, and the only way for me to get them was buying them for like $100 on eBay, and now I don't care about collecting them anymore. Anyway, we got Blacklight Glamrock Chica, Candy Cadet, Horrible Elephant, Light-Eyed Ennard, Jacko Bonnie, Toy Freddy, Twisted Bonnie, Twisted Foxy, Mr. Hippo, Art, Freddy, I guess I should call him, Lefty, Pig Patch, Reversed Radioactive Foxy, Diglett, which is my first Twisted Foxy, Theodore, Freddy, took you long enough to show up, Helpy, Jacko Chica, Lake, Rockstar Freddy, Vanny, my second Ennard, my first Ennard, Rockstar Foxy, Zero something. We got Twisted Chica, El Chip, Corey, the Exotic Butters, Happy Frog, Glamrock Chica, the Blacklight Roxanne Wolf, Bonnet, Slam Dunk Freddy, Roxanne Wolf, Reversed High Score Toy Chica, Dreadbear, Thaddeus. We got Plush Trap, another one of these things. This guy, Green Foxy, what's your name? Funtime Freddy, the original Zero, Monty, Lulbit, and Buff Helpy. A duplicate Blacklight Carl, a duplicate Bonnet, duplicate Funtime Mangle, duplicate Chica, duplicate Bonnie, duplicate Toy Bonnie. Now that's all of my official Funko plushies that are still themselves. So next, let me move on to the non-Funko plushies. Golden Freddy Guy, Brawn, Bob, Schvato Freddy, Drunk Bonnie, Cyclops Foxy, Sanchi Bonnie, Sanchi Foxy, and Sanchi Chica and Sanchi Carl. Alright, let's move on to the next category, which is customized plushies. Molten Freddy, who actually, this Funtime Freddy turned into 3 plushies. So, Molten Freddy, Bon Bon, and the body became the Bonnie Boy Productions / Generation Productions / Rick Generation / Who Gives a Crap. Yeah, my guy. Toy Freddo, Withered Bonnie, Scrap Trap, Scrap Baby, which is probably my best custom, Nightmare Mangle, Silverson Films, Nightmare Steve, Rage, and then my 2 bootleg Lulbits. My original one from 2019, I think it was, or 2018, I think, which is now Dole. Yeah, from 2018, and then got turned into 2019. Dole. Destruction of All Lives, or something like that, I think it was called. And then the other bootleg Lulbit, which is now Forge. I don't think I've ever shown Forge in any video before, because Forge I made at the end of 2022. Yeah, so I don't think this thing's ever been seen before. I think it looks all right, pretty decent for what it is. Now, surprisingly, those are my only customs that I still have that are made with official plushies. Although there will be more soon. I'm going to be customizing my duplicate Chica, my duplicate Glamrock Freddy, and also that original custom toy Freddy that I had made. Those are all going to be turned into new things sometime within the next month or so. Anyway, moving on to totally custom plush. My failed mini-arena attempt, Monstrosity. My successful mini-arena attempt is Fat Nightmare Chica. Jacko Chica custom from before those ones were released. Jet. Sauce Bear from the Sauce Station. Funtime Chica. Colton. Phantom Chica. Rockstar Bonnie. Withered Freddy. My original Shadow Bonnie from 2018. I remember telling myself I would finish him. Reluctivator. Dylan. Oh yeah, there was a magnetically attachable Dylan to Jet, but I use very weak magnets. Phantom Balloon Boy. Jackson MacArthur. Phantom Freddy. Nightmare Generation guy or whatever. Jacko Bonnie, he ended up turning out way too big. My original custom, Withered Chica. And Withered Bonnie Sr., who slowly keeps getting worked on, but is probably never ever gonna be finished. Provantum, that's the name he has now. Yep, the villain of Fates of Destiny. A Phantom Poopit, Corrine Hollow, Nightmarian, Nightmare, who I just finally fixed the legs of, and Disaster. My own custom guy. I'm actually gonna put Nightmarian over there with them because they're the three gods. And we have Trapalter, my own thing that I don't know why I put it into this series. It's supposed to be for something totally different. Oh, the Jack-o'-lantern, one of my original customs. So here is Void. He's like there. Void, I'm just gonna put him like this. And then there's this other version of Void who's all folded up right now. Ultra Void. These lazy creations, their arms are stuck. Okay, I don't know if they ever appeared in videos, but we've got Lazier and Jockwire. And then there's Fat Zooey, who is not anything to do with FNAF plushies, but is a custom, so that's why she's here. So now let me move on to the other class of characters, which are not FNAF characters in the slightest, yet appear in this series frequently. We got Boris or Boborus, Shrek, Donkey, my Night Guard, this Jamaican guy, Mark James, Waluigi, Mickey Mouse, there's the Enderman with the pipe wrench, and there's another Enderman who was in the same bag. There's Conrad, the Blacklight Boris, Leonard, my boy Eagle, Eagle's Giraffe, Giant Bendy, Thick Bendy, or Godzilla, or whatever I called him. Oh yeah, Emperor Pig's also looking down on everything. So Silver Sun Films actually lent me a couple of his characters for Fates of Destiny. So since I currently have them in my possession, I'm just gonna put them here in this plushie collection as well. Now, these two aren't plushies here. There's his two Shreks. I think this is his second one. Or is this the original? This is the original, definitely. Anyway, there's the two Shrek McDonald's toys. I have a third one upstairs, but I'm not going to get it just for this. Sans, Albert, Boris, the original three, Bendy, Peach, Frog, Withered Foxy, who is actually a FNAF plushie that I made. He's one of my customs. Sammy Lawrence, and frickin' Mickey Mouse! Frickin' Mickey Mouse, boy! Mickey Mouse! Mickey Mouse! Yep. Even him. These guys, I don't own them, I'm just borrowing them. Same with the Shreks. I don't own them, but I'm allowed to basically borrow them indefinitely. Since the Silverstone Plush series is over and it will never be continued, they are all just being moved into Fates of Destiny. So if you were ever a fan of that, then you'll get to see these characters on my channel. And so now here's the giant pile. Can I even get the whole thing to fit on the screen at once? Okay, I was just emptying a bunch of other bags and I found freaking Jute da Fish. Alright, I guess let's do Pokemon, so I'm just gonna grab these in a random order. Funny enough, Pikachu is first. Rowlet, Poplio, Fennekin, Yamper, Squirtle, Axew, my Pikachu, Eevee, Pikipek, Togepi, Bulbasaur, Panpour, Snivy, Sleeping Totodile, Froakie, Tiny Snivy, Cyndaquil, Pansage, Rookie, Sobble, this tiny Oshawott, Trico, just go over there, Chimchar, this tiny Ditto, Scorbunny, Venusaur, Jolteon, Beware, Servine, Meloetta, Delphox, Wartortle, Torterra, who is absolutely tiny, Gardevoir, Sylveon, Ivysaur, this Zekrom thing, Mr. Krabs, the Kingler, Mars, the Keldeo, Umbreon, Flareon, Vaporeon, Glaceon, Bunnelby, Growlithe, Bidoof, Mudkip, Ditto, Raphael, Hoopa, Espeon, Shiny Umbreon, Leafeon, Charmander, Shiny Ho-Oh, Lechonk, and the flopping Magikarp who needs his batteries changed. Gengar, a Creeper, I think this is Jeff the Goomba, Piranha Plant, Toad. This Lightning McQueen bag, hi Donald. This Ghast, a Jedi Mickey Mouse number 1, Jedi Mickey Mouse number 2, Koopa Troopa, Toad thing, Donkey Kong, another Creeper, Orange Yoshi, regular Yoshi, it's Tiny Mushroom, my withered Mario, who, because he got in a bad accident getting stuck on a lamp, Purple Yoshi, Luigi, Mario, Massive Mario, Koopa Shell, Goomba, Bullet Bill. And then there's also Mega Rayquaza here, but he's tied with these 2 other snakes because I needed a Hydra for a project last year, and I just never untangled them because laziness. So yeah, there's Mega Rayquaza, Snake number 1, and Snake number 2. I think I called them Venerous and Superior. We have this armless zombie, this zombie, Winter Melon, Cherry Bombs, Sunflower, Pea Shooter, Kernel Pult, Walnut, Snapdragon, Melon Pult, Cattail, some sort of Fume Shroom, Chomper, Blover, this zombie, the classic zombie, Magnet Shroom. I don't know what this thing is. Sun Shroom, Snoopy, there's my Pea Shooter, the Jalapeno, Marigold, Squash, who is really squashed, and my Sunflower, who has its face inside of the Angry Bird Nico's hat. Alright, we have another long one because here's the Angry Bird. So we have this Space Terrance, this winter white bird that's missing its hat, Devil Red, otherwise known as Destruct. We have Puffed Up Bubbles, Prince Pig, who just rolled out of the bag. Oh yeah, again, Emperor Pig's up there, by the way. I don't think there's any getting him now. Big Pig, Hal, Mac, Cenobird, Blaze, my original King Pig, who's now just some sort of minion pig. This Good Stuff Icebird, one of my laser birds. Nico, your hat's all the way down there. This is my original Hal that I lost for months until I found him. But by the time I found him, I got a new one. Stella, one of my many red birds. Weird lightning bird. Easter Chuck, whose bunny ears are missing. This red bird I call Rod. This pig, Marcus, my original pig. Another red bird. Oh, it's Flatty. Judd, the dog toy red bird. John, the minion pig. This red bird that was once a Santa red bird, but is no longer. Flaps, the chicken. 8-inch Space Terrance. Another red bird. There's Pedro. Estella. Space Terrance. Mustache Pig, Jim, Crystal, Helmet, Fickas, Jaina, this Chuck that has all of its tags, it's pretty cool, I forgot I had some of those guys, Stormtrooper Pig, King Pig, a King Pig with all of its tags, we have this Bomb, Jake, Chuck, Luke Skywalker, Frankenbaum, this other Prince Pig who was sewn the other way, Lachlan, Blue, Terry. I kind of wish that I kept his tag on him because I bought him for like $60 on Amazon. Bubbles, my only Bubbles. I really want to get another one at some point. Space Red, my only 5-inch Space Bomb, and it's got all of its tags. Terrence, Darth Vader, technically Bird Bomb, who actually was a Santa Hat Bomb at first. And we got Jewel, Siam, the caged bird, this Terabaka, who has all of its tags, Jay, Space Red Bird with all of its tags, Red, who's like flat this way, Beak, my original Terabaka, this other mustache pig, my Red, the only non-wrecked, winterized, or specialized accessory bird, Lightning Bird, which was my original Jay, Chug Chug Pickles, Matt, my white bird, a Santa Hat Bluebird with all tags. This one I named like Carl or Cal, and then I think this is Carla. Yeah, Carl and Carla. Another Laser Bird, Nigel, Leia Bird. I don't remember what I decided your name was, but we have the female pig, my original Space Terrence or Hulk, my Ice Bird, and Tiny J. We have an 8-inch Chuck, Big Red Bird, Big Ice Bird, Uncle Forehead, Giant Bubbles, Space Bomb, Hal, another Hal, Space Bluebird. Oh yeah, this random octopus a friend made me a long time ago. Big White Bird, Space Red Bird, Ham Solo, Laser Bird, another Space Red Bird, Big Luke, and Big Leia. There's the two Harvey pigs, otherwise known as Stormo and Vader. Mega Pig, Zork, this bootleg red bird that I'm pretending is like a pig stuck in a suit. This Darth Vader thing that I call Darth Ball. It's this tiny pig, another tiny pig, tiny stormtrooper, another tiny pig, little tiny female pig, another tiny pig. This red bird, which is a shoe. This like Toons version of Hal I made a long time ago. And I also had made a custom silver at some point, but she keeps falling apart. Tiny bomb, another tiny bomb. This like bootleg tiny bomb I've had forever that I tried to turn into short fuse bombs super lazily. A tiny Hal, tiny Obi-Wan. This thing, that tiny Ham Solo, tiny Terrence, tiny Stella, tiny Chuck, tiny Leia Bird, tiny Red, tiny Yoda Bird, tiny Laser Bird, another tiny Blue Bird, this guy, Fatty Blue, tiny Chuck, tiny C-3PO Yoke, tiny Red, weird White Bird. We've got massive Yoda Bird, massive Leia Bird, massive Luke that Silverson Films found for me, and then there's this beanbag bomb. And of course, we have Emperor Pig, who can fit right in with them. Fang the monkey. This guy, who I never named. I think I called you Psycho. Tiger Woods or something. And then Camo the shark. Panda. Bear. The star. We have a bear. Oh yeah, the dogs that we put leashes on. Oh, this is taking me back. There's a Pokeball. Ultra Ball. This dog, this monkey, a Minecraft sheep, we have another dog, turtle, dog, an otter, this dog, another dog, Spyro, a bear, mushroom, cow, another bear, duck, another dog, this bear, this panda, this little ducky puppet, dog, manta ray, dog, bigger ducky, a bear, R2-D2, got this tiny R2, Winnie the Pooh, this fox, cat-like thing, another panda, another dog, this dog, bear, Minecraft squid, Cookie Monster, BB-8, Syldeon, this stupid random bat, Whisper, a Great Ball, Goofy! Okay, and then these are a few childhood plushies. So there's this guy, Whiffer Jr., and these two dogs that are identical, that are the Whiffers, and then the Minecraft pig, Ruben, of course, and then this pug, who got merged in the So we have this giraffe holding a Fanta bottle. He was from an old friend who turned out to be creep. I also brought down my Shrek. There's this triangle, which I made a long time ago. How far can I throw it? And then we've got some special plushies that I keep upstairs. We have Smoggle, the version of Eagle I made for a school project. We have Greed the Marshadow. And lastly, but not least, certainly not least, Sketch the Duck, which my girlfriend made for me already a year ago at this one. over here. Wow. She's probably like my most special plushie. Her and Eagle. Oh my goodness, somebody slipped through. Proto Nightmare, the original Nightmare. I'm just gonna slide you in right here. And there we go, my original Nightmare custom. Hope you all enjoyed this. Now I have to suffer to clean it all up. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. I might have, and honestly I probably did. But if I did, it doesn't matter, and oh well if I did. So anyway, yeah, this is Rick Generation signing off, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye! Hey y'all, I know it's been a long time again, and the video just technically ended, but sorry again for the long wait. Because of how long it's been since I filmed the first big section of this, there's some updates. So I guess I'll start with the updated ones that I'm borrowing from Silverson Films. So now I'm borrowing also his character Bolt, his Freddo, his Phantom Foxy that we call Fade, Big Mickey Mouse, the owner of the sauce station. Crazy enough, I actually managed to get my own Big Mickey Mouse. And then one of the earliest things I got was this Stormtrooper thingy that will be a character called Alberta. Yes, it will be paired with Albert. And then recently for Christmas from one of my good friends, I got this funny looking Shrek. Yes, I love him. He's awesome. And just to terrify some of my friends, I just bought this Noseless Mario. And for Christmas, I got this really cool Origin Palkia plush. The only new FNAF plushie I got, which was actually the Frostbite BB. I found him at a random store in the mall for like $10, so I decided to pick him up. I got this Totodile at the Tellies that I keep buying everything at. Now let's move on to the best things, the Angry Birds plushies. Starting with probably one of the coolest things that I got, this Mustache Pig, a Space Red. I got another Space Red. Also, yeah, all of what you're about to see is all from the same Tellies, just on different days. Then, November 1st, I got a Classic Red, which was really cool. And I ended up getting another Classic Red and an 8-inch Iceberg. I got a blue. I found a 5-inch Lightning Bird from the same person who gave me that Shrek plushie. For Christmas, they also gave me this 8-inch Redbird. One more update. I got another Redbird from Tellies. Another plush collection update. First, with this Bulbasaur. Then we got this weird zombie and this zombie whose pants keep falling down. And this Redbird. We got another big minion pig, which is neat. Squidward tentacles, Mr. Krabs, and Patrick Star.